shadow of night passes around the earth. In the darkness, millions of students are staying awake, each one doing their best to grasp and memorize advanced equations, formulae or facts from a book, which was written many years ago in a language not their own. It's hard, but they do it because they know that education brings opportunities that affect their future. Let's look at the history of education. About 50,000 years ago, humans gathered around the campfire using an unique ability they had developed, the ability to speak with each other in a common language. They shared stories, experiences, advice, and knowledge. These early humans educated each other with the help of oral history from generation to generation. This was how education worked for a long time, actually until the end of the 15th century. Then Gutenberg invented the printing press, and the print revolution began. At the turn of that century, more than 20 million books had been printed, and printing presses were in use all over Europe. Suddenly, information could be spread on a scale previously unthinkable. Literacy became more democratic, and education became integral in communities and nations. 500 years later, books and printed matter still form the cornerstone of the sharing of knowledge. Education still depends heavily on textbooks and skilled teachers. But in today's digital society, picking up a book doesn't appeal to all students. Let's have a sneak peek at the news.
Reports are coming in from all over the world about the shortage of skilled teachers. Also, teachers have only enough time and resources to help a small percentage of students, usually those furthest behind. Although many parents do try to support their children, it can be a struggle to remember what they learned in their own school days.
I can't remember learning this from when I went to school. How am I supposed to help?
Globalization has made people move around the world in ways unrivaled in history. Students change classes, education systems, and even languages like never before. This is a huge challenge to educational policymakers and institutions all over the world.
But wait, something else has happened in the world. It's the digital era. Many kids now teach their parents about stuff. The music, film, communication, financial, scientific, and encyclopedia industries have all gone digital. What does this mean for education? Modern technology, artificial intelligence, interactive and cognitive computing are now creating the potential to make teaching better than ever before. A paradigm shift is imminent. We can now conceive that it might be possible for everyone to learn at a level that fits their individual pace and needs. The idea is conceived, and Binogi is born. Binogi came to life in 2011 when an entrepreneur, a teacher, a student, and a videographer got together and decided to develop an educational platform that's tailored to the needs of the students and teachers of tomorrow. It's a unique online tool that makes it easier and more engaging for students to learn. We offer complete, comprehensive, and quality-assured study material in major subjects, including hundreds of educational videos and thousands of interactive questions, expanding in subjects and levels, and adding new functionality for digital assessment and learning content. Our promise is to tailor our content and service to support learning more effectively than anyone else. And it has turned out well. In Sweden, which was the first country to access the platform, more than a third of all secondary school students now actively use our platform. So how do we do this? We start by mapping the curricula and syllabuses of a market. All this data is added and crunched into our proprietary mapping system using machine learning. The output becomes our backlog, and our teams start working on the content with the highest priority. A team of writers and experts identify the core of the subject matter by reading the curricula and textbooks from all our markets. This is to maximize scalability for each lesson script. Scripts are then written in multiple languages simultaneously to identify any translation issues at the core of the process. After proofreading, the script moves to post-production, where our team of animators and voice artists start their work. Because of the sheer volume of lessons produced over the years, our database with illustrations and animation presets makes this process extremely efficient. We've built our own system, Flux, in order to track all transactions and events during the production and localization processes. This makes it possible to work with over 100 experts and freelancers all over the world simultaneously. Now let's have a quick look at our plans for the future. Over the past 50 years, researchers have come a long way towards understanding the psychology of learning. But this understanding has not been fully put into practice by traditional schools. However, it does lie at the core of how our company operates. The content and functions that we develop are based on sound science and proven methods for how students can grasp new concepts and easily memorize facts, not only to learn them for a test, but to learn them for a lifetime. Our Research Institute supports research in areas such as multilingual learning, neuroscience, curriculum mapping, gamified learning, and didactic development using digital tools. One of our highest priorities right now at Binogi is to make our platform available to more students and to approach more markets. Therefore, we need not only to hire local sales and rollout organizations, but also to develop tools which streamline administration for our users and partners. We believe the most current knowledge should be available to all students in the world, in all languages, adapted to each and every student's individual pace and needs. Binogi educates the students of the world in a smarter and more enjoyable way. We are changing education.